Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family. Looks like the intro, for whatever reason, just glitched out, wouldn't roll. Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family. Looks like the intro.
Oh, well, what's going on, guys? I'm Crypto Miguel, that's Nemesis, and welcome to Mining After Dark, guys.
Guys, yo! Scott.
Hope you're all doing great out there. Thank you all for tuning in an hour later than usual.
Right.
My kids had a birthday party and it ran.
Whoever that is really wants to call me.
Way later than it was supposed to. So, yeah. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Vinny, we're taking care of you right now.
Yeah, we already got him taken care of.
Oh, good.
Boom.
It's got taken care of. Everything's been sent out.
Oh yes, everything.
I'm assuming these comments were from earlier.
Yes, they are from.
Like
as soon as I saw it, I got right on it. I was like, boom, took care of everything.
Yep.
But
so
everybody's like wondering about our intro. I mean, we might not have been able to hit the DCA intro, but we should be able to roll ours. Doing it.
Panda, 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 panda. Gotta do that panda dance.
Right.
Thanks everybody for tuning in from the Red Panda raid as
God,
is currently going on. Gotta love everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Everybody that is here tonight. There's a huge list of people. What's up, Mining Chambers? Red Panda, glad you're here. Mark.
He's like, that's gonna haunt his dreams now.
Yeah, you gotta have it. Jancoin says, show me the BCU now. Okay. Ready?
Boom!
3, 2, 1. Boom! Showed it to you. Now take it away.
Oh. No. Give it a little bit of backdoor action. Oh! You just got mooned.
That deserves a swear, like in the swear jar, some backdoor action.
But the context was totally appropriate. It's mining related, dude. I'll take that.
Sterling Bruno says, should I purchase a blue snowball microphone or a condenser mic?
Mark, you are funny.
BCU giveaway, no.
No.
That would be the most expensive giveaway to date.
Yeah.
Like, I think of like probably not anyone's giveaway, but
those things are like between $1,100 to $1,400, depending on who you're getting it from and what cooler they got on there.
Nick Gargulus, do you guys recommend buying a 6x RX 580 mining rig, either off eBay or building building supplies off Amazon? So, Nick, I wouldn't recommend buying a full rig off of Amazon. One, I would only even partially consider it if they were even 8GB cards, but I wouldn't consider it at all because you should probably buy some 1660 Ti's, or maybe try your luck at the 2060 Super. Maybe you'll get lucky and get one of the pool boards.
Yeah,
maybe.
I would be going after the NVIDIA myself.
Yeah, I wouldn't be buying AMD cards right now until like the super top of the line Navi cards come out. So I wouldn't buy anything.
So I have RX 580s. I have a whole rig, 8 rig. Okay.
Yep.
So
I got 570s.
They're good with anything that's memory intensive, dude. So that's gonna leave you with just a few options really that are gonna pull in any coin generation, which is going to be either Ethereum or ultimately Ethereum Classic, and you're fighting every single AMD rig out there on those coins,
Right.
including E3 Antminers, which is basically Bitmain's version of an RX 580.
Right. Yes, Jay, smash the likes.
Smash
And
them away.
Michael Hughes, yes, the P104-100 is a great card for mining.
Oh, yes.
You usually buy them out as RX, or not RX. Usually they come out as like the 4 gigabyte variants.
Correct.
Buy them.
Yes.
But you have to flash them, because you can flash them because there is 8 gigabytes of memory on those cards. So once you flash them and have the 8 gigabyte variant unlocked, you're hitting like a 1070,
Right.
instead of like a 4 gigabyte.
Gundy's like an E3 equals how many 5X RX 580s? So, an E3 Antminer pulls 200 mega hash. An 8 card RX 580 rig pulls in about 245 mega hash on Ethereum or Ethereum Classic.
Is that you said 6 card rig?
That's an 8 card rig.
An 8 card 580 8 gigabyte?
Yep. All the same kind of card too. Babe.
Yeah, I would not buy the RX 580s. There, Nick. I just wouldn't. Especially if you're gonna buy them off Amazon, which means you're gonna pay retail price for them. You can buy, like, you look like you said you're gonna buy what, six of them? Is that what I saw? 6 card rig? But yeah, 6 card rig. You could buy like 3 GTX 1660 Ti's for that price that you're gonna purchase for 6 of those 580s, and you'll be more efficient, and you'll do more hash power, hands down. A 1660 Ti does about double the hash rate of a 588 gigabyte, and it's only a 6 gigabyte card. So take that for what it's worth. So yes, you'd only be buying 3 versus 6, but you're doing less wattage and almost doubling your hash rate per one. So really not a bad deal, if you can really think about it.
But your profitability, after depending on your electricity though, is going to be your biggest factor. So I mean, even with my RX 580 rig, I might be pulling in, but I'm just hitting under 9 cents, just right around 9 cents a kilowatt hour, after all my taxes and stuff like that. Glorious taxation, right, guys? So I mean, I'm pulling, an 8 card rig. You're kind of lucky after electricity if you make $2 a day off of one rig. Do the math on how little each card's pulling in.
Wow. He says 13 cents there in New York.
That's kind of not profitable on an RX 580 rig.
Yeah,
you need something more efficient. Yeah. You need something way more efficient.
Yeah, that's way not. That's really not good. Something efficient would be better, and like a 1660 Ti would totally be like better than that. In a sense, he says thought the RX 580s do 30 mega hash though.
My RX 580s, I get like 32 mega hash each. Very stable too. And if I had it on Windows, I could probably get it up a little bit higher.
Yeah. That's just like my personal opinion though, it's not like mining advice or anything like that. But that's just me. But CryptoZ, like you're completely right with what your statement said. He goes, right now I wouldn't even think about buying.
And Roman God, that is a gamble. So he's talking about picking up cards, and then when Bitcoin goes up in price and mining value goes up, selling them off. You pick the wrong card at the wrong time, and they'll be obsolete by the next bull run. There are cards that are coming out in the future. We talk about it periodically when we hear the news on it. So, I mean, the NVIDIA's leaks on having the 3000 series, AMD talking about a 3900 series. So we're talking about big cards coming out.
What up, Savage?
What's up, Savage?
Yeah, I mean, and I completely agree with what Crypto Z was saying right there. He says right now I wouldn't even think about buying any more cards unless they are very, very, very cheap NVIDIA 10 or 20 series. And yeah, completely. Like, there's still like putting, like bringing cards out that are like, like here we go with the 2060 KO. Like, some of these boards aren't even like the boards from the 2060. They're just.
If you get the lottery, winner and you hit the jackpot, you get a dumbed down 2080 that can compete. Yeah. Gaming wise, it'll game just like it's like a failed bin on a 2080, and they just repurposed it and just kind of locked it up a little bit so that it wouldn't fail anymore.
Well, what I'm interested about is that with it being a 2060 and the 2080 board, the 2080s had more VRAM.
So the VRAM they put on afterwards.
Right.
But what's the trick that this card does? It games like a regular 2060. You will not see any difference on gaming performance. You won't see any difference when it comes to doing like watching a video or something. Watching YouTube, watching us. You won't notice a difference at all. What you're going to notice the difference is if you do a render on it, and you do it through the video card, and you notice that it starts rendering exactly like a 2080 Super.
Mm-hmm.
It hits on the workload side. That's how you can tell. So guess what? If you hit the jackpot, baller mining guys at an all right price, realistically. I mean, it's not like I'm sitting here running out trying to find one of these cards, trying to even buy cards. I'm sitting here changing up gear, my pace, and as you see, I've got one of these bad boys now because I want to sit there and test out. So I basically spent my GPU money right here. This is why I have no crypto. But yeah, I mean,
I'm trying to catch up with all these comments. Y'all are like commenting so much, it's hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
Space Ghost said that his 2060 KO has the TU 104-150 board. So he's a lottery winner. So congratulations. I'm curious to know if they hash any better than the regular 2060 KO. Like if the two variants hash differently. So I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I mean, with the extra workload that it can handle on the chipset, I think that you should see a substantial difference. I mean, let me know, because like basically the 2070 Ti, I mean not 2070, the 1070 Ti and the 1660 Ti are about the same.
Yeah.
So
the only thing really different is the amount of wattage that you can comfortably pull down, because the 1660 Ti is already at I guess stock they pull the same wattage, 120 plus watts. Both of them. But you can, I think you can easily pull back a 1660 Ti on the wattage more than you can the 2070.
You mean a 1070?
Yeah.
I did the same thing. There's too many numbers nowadays.
Yeah, it's the 1070. Or the 1070 Ti for that matter.
Right.
And that's just because of the different architecture. My opinion is just that's the way it's working. So,
well, it's still the GTX architecture, so I mean, it's not that they changed that,
yeah.
but they made the chiplet a little bit more efficient, you know.
He says on attach, it's about the same as a regular 2060. Huh.
Well, that should be the way it is, and the reason is that the memory chips are the same.
Right.
There's no difference on that. It's GDDR6 memory modules on there. Same amount from all the KOs. That will not vary.
Right.
So, Ethereum being a DAG file, you're eliminating the CPU process on there already because it's all in the VRAM. So you would have to put it onto something. God, I wouldn't even put it on Beam for a moment and tell me what it hits at, because then I can compare it against what I've already got, because I know those numbers, and that is more process intensive. So
I agree. Nerd says try Zcoin as well.
Oh yeah,
his MTP algorithm would hit it great.
Yeah.
Make sure you put the try it with the pill and the pill off. Just you'll see.
Secrets.
If you know, you know. If you don't, well, if you're running MTP, run the ETH pill. New Warrior. Bitcoin Jake, can it play Minecraft? Congratulations, Bitcoin Jake, for your thing going live today, dude. Super congratulations. Awesome.
Oh, he actually launched
Really
Satoshi's
appreciate
Quest.
Yeah. It was launched.
Awesome.
Today.
That's cool. I might not be a Minecraft person per se that plays the game, but I kind of support it. My wife got me this cool little sign here.
Let's see. I'm trying to get to the website, Bitcoin Jake.
Oh.
But it doesn't look like I can get to it.
And guys, smash that Lizzie like button. Holy cow. We got 40 people watching us.
Whoa. Welcome, everybody. Smash the like button.
Dude, that is baller.
It's been a while since we've had 40 people watching us. That's awesome. Congratulations to us.
Right?
And everybody else for being here a part of this.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
It's a monumental day.
I kind of feel special.
Chan Coin says, Nemesis, do you not get any BS for your BC 1525s yet? What are you waiting for? You not get any BS? Like,
oh no, I'm cleaning up rigs right now, reorchestrating everything. These things are going to be going to work here very soon. Oh, yes.
yeah, we're figuring out some cooling methods.
Yeah.
For those.
Because these.
Oh, Bitstream.
Oh, Bitstreams, we know.
I don't get any Bitstreams for it. I was like BS. Like I was thinking like bull.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Bullshit.
Don't do it.
That's what I was thinking when it meant by BS, and I was like, we mean catching BS for. But okay, Bitstreams. Yes, he has some Bitstreams. I have. Of course, I have. Yeah,
my programmer friend.
I have laid out everything that he needs and everything that he has to use.
I've just got to figure out cooling because these things are a furnace.
I just don't want to go like crazy with them and then like them burn up because they're expensive.
Yeah, so it's best to test out with one or two of them, figure out how to use them. I'm gonna get there. There's a special adapter that goes up into here that will allow me to reset the voltage on this thing so that I can actually take control of this thing the right way. So
that's what I don't like about the FPGA. series. Yeah, it is their downfall.
Yeah.
I'm looking into getting one too. I'm trying to get some things and some funds allocated to that. Thank you, Bitcoin Jake, for I was trying to like find the links, but I couldn't get to them. But I was, I'm trying to get some stuff together that way I can get one, and I have some stuff that I would love to post, and do as well. I have figured out some kind of little air solution, but I gotta have one in my hands in order to like do it. I was even messing with CAD software today, which
Man,
was
should I just take the cover off on cam here? Let everybody see underneath this hood. Oh, I could do that.
Oh, so sexual.
Oh, so I'll do a little shill for another channel that I actually like too, because he's giving me some interesting ideas. Gamers Nexus. I've actually got one of his toolkits. It's like nice and handy to have it right next to you.
So the link that I just posted as well, by the way, guys, is Satoshi's Quest. You can go there, get the server to go play on Satoshi's Quest, and maybe win some Satoshis. Mark said, is DCA Adventure going to make bit streams? I mean, we have some really close friends that play with stuff like that. So DCA Adventure ourselves, no, but we have people that maybe will.
You see, what makes a good team is not that everybody can do everything. It's just that everybody is specialized for what they need to be doing. So we're not programmers at that level.
Right. I've looked into it and I've taken classes for it, and I've like really dug far down deep into this, but that still is above my knowledge, and I would hate to like really like destroy a piece of hardware because I did something wrong. Granted, I'm still like looking at stuff like that and I'm learning to read them, but I'm not near making them myself. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Serpent says, I love FPGAs. If I could afford them, I would have a bunch. Doesn't matter if they fork a coin, you can reprogram it. It says, or understand the code and just modify the bit streams. Correct. It's just like a GPU. I find them the best of both worlds. Look at that backplate.
It's got thermal pads on the backplate in strategic spots.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
so you mean, yeah, I agree.
And then I'll be able to sit there and just dunk this stuff in like some like Novak style fluid.
Yeah.
I even got the ones with the RAM, even though there's really not any bit streams to utilize it, but I wanted to have it just so that if
it anyway.
Yeah, just in case down the road we can do some testing. That'd be kind of cool. But here's the back side of one of these bad boy. Whew. Under the hood. And over here on this side of the board here that you have to make sure is really cool is the power management's right here. Mm-hmm. So this is where you'll see people when they're air cooling them, they're putting like a CPU fan right here, strapping them down onto here, just something to keep the back plate a little cool on here. And then they change out the front cooler to a full-length cooler, and then they can put a blower in here.
Aftermarket cooler.
Yeah.
The aftermarket cooler comes all the way up to the front up near where the QSVP ports are.
Right up to here.
And covers all of that, so it spans out, covers all of that, comes in, and then extends all the way
out. And it comes out, and then you can...
a little bit past the board.
Yeah.
And it's right there. And then they have one that takes like a blower like this, and sticks it to the end of that and actually air cools it, and it does it efficiently.
Very.
I was talking with a guy that has it done to his, and he showed me and verified that he gets around 47 degrees Celsius on his running with the aftermarket heatsink and the blower with like the funneling system. So granted, that's like an extra $168, I think.
Yeah, something like that
for that kit. So, and I mean, that's the route I'm gonna go for, but I'm gonna do it a bit differently. But I'm gonna try and do it myself. I think I have it figured out, but
so
I just got
basically me and him are gonna go at this with two different solutions and see which one is the most effective wattage wise to hash rate. So if I sit there and do liquid immersion and I can keep this thing cooler, a higher hash rate using less wattage than him using air cooling, then we might have found ourselves a net positive on this. It's kind of weird how the ends on this are, though. How they got it like wrapped in.
Right. Let's see. So many comments. This is only in the 60 mega hashes on the one card now. If they can make the 5600 XT not get rejected shares. Nice.
There we go.
I get F1 minis or the Mini Plus. They're cheap enough. That is true. They are very cheap. I mean, you can find like the F1s, like the first F1 for about $800 if you look like in the crypto marketplace and on Black Miners Discord. I've seen them going for like $800, which is pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And they get pretty good hash rate. I like not bad at all.
Yeah, like the F1 minis. I mean, that's 50, 60
watts. Like the regular F.
Oh, even those, yeah, those were like really efficient too. A little pricey, but good.
Let's see. He says, got to get the Ultra Silicon and Raven bitstream working on that thing. He says, I know a bit at Crypto Mikel. He goes, but sounds like you got some peeps to help with the BCU. Yeah, and I'm fairly like familiar with it.
Yeah, we're new at it, but we know a couple of things.
Yeah, I know a little bit.
A little bit.
Not a whole lot, but I do know other people as well that know a little bit more about this than I do. But yes, I already have gotten the Ultra Silicon Raven bitstream. Already gotten a hold of it, have it.
Yeah, I've got to get
we got to get the
cable for it.
Yeah, because he has two of them. Because you have to have two BCUs in order to mine Raven. They have to be linked together, and they have to be like both running the bitstream together in order to successfully mine Raven. So he's got two.
Oh, Mark is like Y2. So basically, because it's switching algorithms,
helps tackle the algorithm.
Right.
One does one half, the other does the others.
Correct.
And
it splits load.
Splits the load out. And with the cables, the QSPF cables, you link them together, and they basically act as one.
Yeah, and I don't think that my cam will pick it up right, but
it's
if you see way down in there, It
Yeah, those
almost
big
looks
square
like a
boards.
data link. So there's a bunch of high-speed data lines down in there. That's what that thing is running on, and that's why it's able to execute faster than dumping it into the RAM. The RAM is actually slow to that QSPC cable. I can never say it right.
QSPF.
Yeah, the QSPF cable.
Yeah.
But
Fiber uplink module. Yes. Yes, the fiber uplink module, because it's basically yeah. So that's the same reason you build crap. Wounded Warrior says I have a squad of F1 Mini Plus doing pretty good on CKV. He says, but I'm eyeing the F1 Ultra with the coupon code for $1,800. Yeah, at $1,800, the F1 Ultra is pretty good. It just eats quite a bit of power, but not considerably a lot compared to other things.
right.
That's for sure.
Yeah, you're putting one of those on your on a 110 circuit. Only one. And that'll give you just enough headroom to turn a light bulb on afterwards.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's a really good buy at $1,800 though. That's
thank
sure.
you, Mining Chamber. And Chain Coin. He's asking when our live stream schedule is.
Good night, Mining Chamber, dude. Have a good night. So the live stream schedule for DCA Adventure, Friday nights.
Is you get the whole crew.
You get the whole crew, and that's at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Then you get us on Saturday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We were a little late today, but it was because this awesome father was having one of his kids' birthdays.
Yeah. Now there is also, and those are just the live streams. Now there's also a Mining Monday podcast, which comes out every Monday.
Right.
There is also Trading with the View, which is on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. or no. What is it? 9? No. I'm trying to think of what it is.
Man, I don't know if my microphone's picking that up, but my wife's awesome music from her phone.
7 p.m. Wednesday Central Standard Time is the Trading with the View. Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time is the beginning the adventure. It's kind of been the series that we've been doing here, interviewing everybody. Chris or Grammaton has been interviewing everybody in there. It's in the team. I was actually this last Thursday. It was me. The Thursday before that was Two Hot Beans and a Pod Girls.
Right.
Itzel and Liz. They were on the first episode. I was second. Next week I think is Jay. You'll get to see Jay, and then we still have Nim, Gundy, and then Chris is going to interview himself.
I'll do it after Jay.
Yeah, there you go, solidified. Boom.
Boom.
He's after Jay, and then it'll be Gundy. There's even Trek. If Trek wants to jump in on that.
Right. I mean, he might be a lot more of a busy. Trek's a busy guy. So you're not going to see him on here a whole lot, but he's still a part of the team on the back end. So, like we said, we got people in all spots on our crew. So it's awesome.
Yes, Chancoin. There's a show on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yes.
So, like you said, there's every day but Tuesday and Sunday. As of right now, we have other experiments that we're trying to get up and running as well, but we're getting one thing going at a time, just that way we can get everything on a consistent schedule before we start the next showings and the next shows.
Right.
to make sure that we all are good to go. And yes, Mark says, mining after dark for the win, RGB Knights. Yes, because he is an RGB Knight because he subscribed to the Patreon. If you go down in the description, there is a Patreon. You can be a part of the RGB Knights and see a lot of the behind the scenes things that are happening that some people don't see.
Right. We even help people plug holes in their buckets. Oh, and if you don't know what that reference is,
there was even an announcement in there to what's happening. Like to what happened with me like this last week. There was like a little bitty sneak peek of in there of what happened with me this week that no one else knows about. It's crazy stuff. And Mark's one of the only people that know about it.
Right. I know. And this guy here has got some huge stuff.
This guy's got an ultra.
I'm like, you want to know how jealous I am? I'm like this jealous.
This jealous.
Pioneer Miner. Yes. So if you guys want to figure out, if you guys mine that Monero on a Pi at all, like this one is, I mean, it's got some worm on there. Guys, I've got a way to be able to get 0% dev fee on there that I actually show behind the scenes and how to compile it in Linux. And then if you're mining on your main PC and you just got one CPU, I'm not a big miner, you know. I've got a couple of CPUs to toss at it, so it's not that much. But I don't need to be sitting there paying a 1% dev fee on it because it's not much. If I had like a thousand GPU farm, okay, I'll give up a little dev fee to them because they're helping me. But when it's on a small scale, the devs understand that, and there's ways to fix it. Get into the Patreon. You'll be able to know. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't.
Correct. Ralph Cooper says, is Moon Boy a part of DCA?
Of course.
He has an open invitation to come on anytime he wants. Anytime he wants. The link is available for him.
He's got a lot of work going on, so we understand that. He's got a cool job, actually. And then he's also got family stuff that he's been taking care of. I'll just kind of leave it at that. So between work and family, we understand, and we hope everything works out for the best. And he's always got a home here on DCA Adventure. Same thing with Heavily Armed Clown and the Crypto Mom.
That is correct. They are all welcome and have
even BitNative, Robert Scully, Kenzie. It's like they're all welcome on here.
Any of our original fam bams.
Right.
Gotta love it. Walter says, any GPU recommendation for noobs? You can either rewind this video back to the very beginning, because we talked about that for a good 10 minutes. But 1660 Ti is my hands down go-to for beginning GPU. Just for the generation right now, it'll have good resale value later. It's newer than the 10 series. The 10 series is still good. If I was getting a 10 series card, I'd buy a 1070 or 1070 Ti, or a 1080 Ti. Those cards are still very good. 1660 Ti is very good on, saving power and efficiency for, hash rate to power. It does really well.
Yep, that's what I got hashing right here.
Yeah, and I have one as well that I thoroughly like.
So it's not like we haven't done our testing on it.
Yeah, he says thank you. You're welcome, buddy. Yeah, always looking into the 1660 Ti's. I always, if I can ever find one for those for super cheap, I will usually pick one up. If I can find them super cheap, but usually people don't let go of them because they know that they're really good cards. Yeah, there's a 1660 Ti new, 1070
used, yes.
All day. Sorry to revive the thread, but for the BCU 1525, you guys should look for the Diamondtech.
The water block.
XMB
Oh yeah.
Cool water block or the Tool water block.
Yeah, we're in the FPGA Discord.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course. I lurk there. I read everything through there.
We both kind of lurk.
Yes. Yeah. I've looked into the Toll water block. I haven't really looked into this other one. I will look into it. I have it pinned right now. But that way I can look into it a little bit further. And I'll see what. I mean, I've looked into them, so they're not. It's not bad. Like way to cool them. It's a very good way to cool them. I've looked into that, and they're just as expensive as going with the blower. It's just as expensive. So, Josh says, any leads on BCU 1525 I'm looking to get in the next month? Man, you need to get onto the crypto marketplace because there are tons of them in there. And the FPGA Discord as well.
And if you're going to go into the crypto marketplace, I would sit there and use their escrow service that they've got built into there.
Always use an escrow.
Yeah,
even in the FPGA Discord. You can still use Dream Escrow.
Yes.
Use it.
Yes.
Because it covers both parties.
Right. And I will attest to it. That's how I did this. I used Dream's escrow service and it worked perfectly. I've got no complaints on it.
Correct.
Bill Kraft, he's like, have you ever played with ASIC Bitcoin miners? Yes, I have one. And that sucker, I've got an S9, and it was originally 13.5 terahash a second, and I'm currently running at 16 terahash a second.
Boom.
Running on two
with immersion cooling, you can get it up to 20.
I kind of want to do it. It's some of the reasons why I'm like kind of been looking into immersion and just like extreme side of the mining side of it, because I like hot rods, I like performance, I like going fast.
I like going fast. I like to go fast. Yeah. It's good to know. Bitcoin Jake says, I have some U3s. Wow. I mean, I know you get like super duper cheap electric, but wow. Goodness gracious.
Wow.
Those things are old.
Yeah, they are. Wow.
That's good stuff. But yeah. He says, overclocking all my S9s. Yeah, and I know that Mark has also looked into immersion, and we've looked into it as well for multiple projects.
So
because it's an easy way to cool them, and it allows you to overclock them because they stay so much cooler, which allows you to get like 20 megahertz.
Mark's like, my S9s are going into immersion next week.
Nice. Yeah, the only thing that like we're looking into right now, right? That's like the hard choice is, what did you use for your liquid, Mark? I'd be curious to know. What did you use for your?
Because you do not want to use mineral oil.
And I'm sure he's not. That's why I'm just kind of curious of what you're using. He says, now you're talking my language, immersion cooling, talking dirty, hot rod. He says, not mineral oil. Yeah.
3M Novak, yeah, probably.
Yeah, we looked into the 3M Novak. I've looked into, was it EF? What is it? Engineered Fluids is people that do that. Engineered Fluids, and then
yeah, so Mark is looking at 3M Novak. Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive, but it's the name brand household one that all the big
came
guys.
with the rig I bought. Nice.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the 3M Novak. The stuff that I was looking at earlier today was it Blue Mead?
Yeah, Blue Mead.
Yeah, Blue Mead is what I was looking at earlier, and it seems to be just as good, and it's a little bit cheaper. So we might give that a shot, see how it is.
All right, you're just gonna have to keep an eye on temps, and if you can't get the temps to calm down, then
then no good. Which is good because we're only trying on a small scale, so if it doesn't work, then
we know before we try to scale.
Right.
Because I've looked into some really kind of cool immersion mining rig setups, and I'm like, I can do this. I've just got to learn how to get the heat transfer correct and figure out how to play with the fluids, because thermal dynamics are a lot different, and you can actually do oil to water coolers and stuff like copper oil to water coolers, and go to a dry cooler that's outside the building so your building stays cool and quiet.
Correct. And yes, Bill Kraft, he says mineral oil vapors are toxic to humans.
Yes, and flammable.
Very flammable. One spark and that whole tank is gonna ignite.
Woof.
With the Novak and stuff like that, that entire tank
would
has to heat to that degree.
Yeah, before you can auto combust.
Yeah.
I've actually watched somebody weld underneath it. Now, if it was mineral oil, it would have ignited.
Would have ignited the moment that he touched that spark.
Yeah, woof.
He says I need to buy bigger power supplies. Newegg sells some that are capable of 2100 watts. Woof. Where it says, do either you guys know any good place to get replacement hash boards? I have some sick hash boards.
From
what?
Yeah, it depends on from what. I mean, I've gotten some parts off of eBay that were decent, and usually I'll find on eBay there's a couple of vendors that were actually legit refurbishers, and they actually have it in their description that they refurbish it. And usually I'll just go search for them on the internet and find their whatever business that they're running and order it from them. But there are a few places in the United States that does the refurbishing on it.
Yeah, see, I looked at that stuff too, Serpent. The BitCool BC888. I looked at that, but then if you read further down into the description, I told you that if you're using GPUs or FPGAs, you should not use this stuff. You should actually use the ElectroCool due to material compatibility issues.
Right. So basically, that's probably a mineral oil base. And the problem with the mineral oil is, one, it attacks rubber.
ASIC.
It attacks rubber is the problem. And that's going to attack the capacitors and like rubber seals and stuff like that. So it breaks. It's not a long-term fluid if it has any mineral oil composites in there.
Yeah, it doesn't say. But yeah, I did look into that one. And I came up with that you have to use the other one, and the other one is like the smallest quantity is $350. And that compared to the Blue Mead are just as good. And it's a little over $100 cheaper.
Right.
For the same amount.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm cool with that cost, especially being a little bit cheaper and being just as good on the numbers wise. So.
Right. It's like, what kind of thermal paste are you using to rethermal your graphics cards? You know, Grizzly, or are you using like MX4? I mean, that's really the sum of the difference. You know, bigger name brand for a little bit more, or its competitor for a little cheaper.
Yeah, Mark says mineral oil equals cheaper, but not worth it.
Correct. Yeah. Not worth it. It's not a long-term fluid. It really isn't. You need to get into the synthetics, and it's got to be the right synthetics.
Serpent says, "Oh, I see. Okay, I see it. The electrical EC 100 through 130. Yeah. Yep. I always use Grizzly Cryo. How conduct. Yeah. And Walter says, "What are you guys mining these days?" Well, we were mining Beam for a good hot minute.
So hashtag solo.
Solo dolo. Yeah, we were doing that. Ethereum Classics is a safe bet right now. Raven's a good bet right now before they fork. If they fork, it'd be a good bet to do that before they fork, because there'll probably be a bump. Not financial mining advice. No, I'm mining Zelcash right now. That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
No. The E3 will not benefit from immersion mining. The chiplet, I mean, unless you've got the, I'm not sure if there's a way to push the frequency up on it, but you're only pushing frequency on the SoC chip, not the memory modules. So as far as I know, there's no way to overclock the memory on it.
Right. Wounded Warrior says, I have had great luck with the MX4 on the FPGA chip so far. Yeah, I used the MX4 on the F1 Mini, and it had no issues whatsoever. Was good to go.
Oh God, Bill Kraft. I wouldn't mind a centralized coin like Bcash.
I mean, it was mining pretty good like a month ago.
Right.
But trade that stuff immediately for Bitcoin.
Right. But
trade
now
Bitcoin for Bitcoin.
Now you've got the 4 largest miners trying to enact a 12.5% mining tax. So
right.
if you help hit a block and you don't give up 12.5% of what you're mining, they're going to orphan it on you.
Correct.
Because they can more than 50. They're at like those 4 miners combined are like around 54% of the network hash rate. Longest chain wins.
Need bigger blocks, they said.
Yeah. We're gonna be not centralized, they said. Roger Ver once said, taxation is theft. Huh. Huh. Give it to Colin still. So, yeah.
Yeah, but, let's see. Since I overclocked the memory and immediately got fire. This market just flipped green. That's BS. 28%. T-net's better than Bcash.
Yeah, if you catch the pump and dump, because it's got the dumpamentals.
Oh, don't get me started. The dumpamentals. Trade them for points
Diesel
for
is
Bitcoins.
asking about any good faucets. If you hop into our Discord, we can actually give you a link to one. Use our referral code.
Correctamundo. Get them extra free sats. Everybody likes free sats.
Right, right. And I run ads. Me and Gundy run ads on one of them. So donate to the cause with our referral link. Doesn't do anything to you for you guys, you know, for the most part.
Yeah. Says, I know y'all talking hardware and all, but did QEX exit scam?
I'm actually unfamiliar with that one.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit about it, but I'm not really sure.
If they did, I hope that nobody had anything on there, because that would suck. I don't know about you. If I have crypto on an exchange for more than 15 minutes, I'm nervous.
I get the issues, man.
Right?
Please don't take my Bitcoin.
Right? I'm like, please be there. Be there.
Joker says Mysterium. Mysterium, I see you. Good old Mysterium coin says it's a mineable coin. I think they exit scammed today or recently.
Oh man, that's a bummer.
Let's look it up.
I hope everybody was exchanging it out then.
Does it got the dumpamentals?
It probably does now if they exit scammed.
It has like no trading pairs, so I don't know, buddy. That's a pretty risky move. You have Cytex as the only. Looks like the only, and there was Trade Ogre, but it's grayed out now. So I'm not really sure.
And sometimes if the exchange
says, I didn't have anything to do with it. He says I just saw it on the news. That's good. That's good.
I mean, if it still has pairings somewhere, you would think that it's still there to a point.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's on like one exchange that we can't even get to. So, not really sure. They could have. I'm not really sure about that one, buddy. Well, I'll look into it a little bit more.
For sure.
I have it popped up in tab. So, we shall see, right? So, we are approaching, the 1 hour. And if anybody has any questions, please, now would be the time for you to ask the questions. As well as go check out some of the awesome links that are down in the description below. We would greatly appreciate it. Anything that y'all do help on the Patreon, we extremely appreciate it.
Oh, yes.
Helps us provide better content for everybody out there in the space, and helps us spend some more time doing this and creating, making sure we get shows every single day. I want there to be a show every single day on DCA Adventure.
Right? All in one spot for all your entertainment needs.
Mark says, let's do a BCU giveaway now.
Are you sponsoring it?
If you sponsor it, if you go ahead and send us $800, we'll give away BCU right now. That's what it'll take. $800. So we can go buy another one.
No, that's a little bit more than that, dude. It'd be like $1,000.
We're being generous because they're gonna give us $800.
Mark's like, I wish.
There we go. See, I tried, man.
Right? We really tried.
I tried to get us both to win, but it just didn't happen. Just didn't happen. What a bummer. Wounded Warrior says, Nemesis, by chance, do you recall what the legit hashboard refurbisher eBay seller name or what to try to search for?
After the stream, I will DM you that in Discord.
Joshua Hagar says, I'll buy it. I know, sir. I know you said Serpent's helping you out, buddy. But if you need help, just I'll give Serpent a link, and he can give it to you. They're always for sale on the FPGA Discord, as well as this other Discord, the Crypto Marketplace. If you're not a part of that,
Savage, that's hilarious. It's like I'll give away 300 tricks. Don't ask why I've got Tron.
It's okay. I won't judge you.
Right.
I may or may not own some of that poop coin.
Are you guys waiting for the announcement still?
Yeah. Still waiting on that announcement.
But it's funny that they got a tether pair now. They got Tethertron.
Let's see. Lunar Warrior says, how about on Yen? I haven't reinstored Discord. Well, Lunar Warrior, Yen is closed down. They closed the doors back on the 31st of December. Was the last day of Yen officially. Yeah, so it's no longer there, so you cannot post there anymore.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
So, Wounded Warrior, make a new Discord account since yours got hacked. Links are down below to join the Discords. And once you're in the Discord,
What you got?
I'll be able to get a hold of you and get you that info. Oh, I hate being sick. My sinuses are all clogged up.
Yeah, I've seen that. Serpent, but it just has like a blank thread. Like there's nothing there. Absolutely at all. I'm not sure. Billcraft says, I heard S9 miners are subject to capacitor failure. Has anyone looked into this?
Okay. So, there's a lot of pros and cons with ASICs. You can plug them in, breaks right there. You get a 3-month warranty for that to happen. After the 3 months, you typically don't have an issue unless you put them into the next one of two conditions. You put them into too hot of a room with no proper ventilation and the boards just cook themselves. Or you overload your circuit breaker and you put too many ASICs on one line. That whenever it submits a share that actually nails a block for a pool, or if you're solo mining, for a brief moment that ASIC's gonna ramp up a little bit of extra power as it puts in that solution. When it calms back down and cools down a little bit, this happens in milliseconds. So it basically puts a ripple of power through the whole system. And don't sit there and think that you're gonna go through and I'm gonna put a battery backup on that stuff. That costs money. That's gonna just decimate an ROI time. So that's not even feasible. So basically, you need to load. You have to load balance and do 80%. You cannot go over 80% of the circuit. Otherwise, whenever you won't have enough headroom for it to do its little ripple without all the other ASICs on the line feeling that, and that'll actually start wiping out chiplets. You won't see the board itself just clunk out. You'll just see sectors of one hashing board just start petering out. And you'll have to back off the frequency off the control off the boards, and you'll watch your hash rate just duff on it. Nefarious says.
What?
Nefarious says hi.
I'm doing a class.
Love it. Love it, love it. So guys, please make sure you like this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification, so that way you know every time the DCA adventure goes live. And we appreciate all of you that have come here to hang out with us tonight. As well as please make sure you head down into the Discords, get down in there. We would really appreciate it, as well as join in on the Patreon and get into the fun.
Right.
Well, Mark, Hashrate OS has software for ASICs. Just so you know.
Oh
so
my gosh.
You're not forced to use just Hive OS.
Yeah.
Just a side note. I have like an S9. I have an S9 here that I could play with, but I just literally cannot run it in my place.
Right.
So I can't even like try the firmware to even give it a shot. I could like unplug half the hash boards. Theoretically.
Yeah, you can do it with just one hash board
and see what it does, but where's the fun in that? So, yeah.
So hash rate's actually got the firmware up and going for it then?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, and the S17 firmware is coming out this coming week, I think.
Oh, baller.
Yeah, so that's coming out. They have support for quite a few of the ASICs, just like straight off the bat for right now anyway. I mean, I'm not an ASIC guy, but I mean, I do know some of this stuff, since it is software.
I mean, for my S9s, I'm running Brains OS, so that's the original software, and I think that's kind of the implementation that everybody else is using. They might put their own little tweaks on it, but Brains OS kind of set the how to do it. And I can sit there and overclock the bejeebus on it until I can't control the heat anymore. That's where you have to immersion mine this thing.
Yeah, I put the link for that into the Discord, the special spot there, Mark, for the Patreons for the ASIC software. So you can go in there and look at it yourself. It's a mass installer tool, so you just enter in the IP addresses and it'll find them for you, and it'll flash it on there for you.
Wounded Warrior Yes, that will work. I forgot that you actually can contact me from there.
So on the Hashrate OS software, they can work with the S9, the T9 Plus, the Z9, the L3 Plus, the InnoSilicon A9, as well as the Z11 and the D3. And then S17s will be coming out next week, I believe.
Nice.
So that is everything that is available for that.
Diesel, for the mining, the Patreon link is in the description down below. And if you're wanting to join up on the mining side of it, it is mining after dark section. Yo. Then you get all that juicy behind the scenes knowledge.
He says that's a pretty big selection. Yeah, it really is, and they're working on adding in more too. I think they're even working on getting some Can-Am supports, some of those as well. But yes, he said, like you said, the Patreon link is down below, and there's a bunch of different tiers. So pick your flavor. There is the mining, but as well as there are a everything tier, which gives you access to literally everything that we have to offer, or one that allows you to pick two of the tiers, and you can pick two tiers out of that. So there are that as well. Yeah, we appreciate you guys being here. Means a lot.
Oh yeah.
And
we didn't even get to the topic we were gonna do.
No, we didn't even. Get
it
to
happens
talk about
every
the
once
topic.
in a while.
Yeah, every now and then it's just we had a lot of people here tonight asking us questions.
Yeah.
And getting good talk on, so it's always good to have that.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. So we appreciate it, everybody. You're all awesome, and
for sure.
We love you all. Keep on mining, everybody.
Right. May your hash rate stay high and your watts be low, guys. Yo! And we'll definitely see you on the next one.
Later, guys.
Peace.